Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well today. I'm actually working out of my office today and not in the basement where I have my studio. So, anyway, just had a few things wanted to talk about today. We're going to give the latest updates on all this craziness with Sammy Gravano. A little bit more information. I mean, this doesn't look well for him, and it looks like it's affecting his scripted show and some of the things that he was wanting to do with Hollywood. So people are in Hollywood and of influence are getting a little nervous of Sammy. So he may not get his scripted show produced. I am told that it is currently on hold for the moment. So that's really interesting. If you go over to Dominic Cicali's show, he's been talking about it the last few days, so he's got a lot of updates as well. But I just wanted to talk about it because there's people that are in the comments. You've got it's kind of funny that initially when I put the video out, anything that I put out on Sammy, I get a lot of positive comments at first, and then within a couple of days, then I start getting the Sammy simps coming into the comments, and so they're out to defend him. But I feel really bad about what's happening with the girl like Anna and those other girls. So, I mean, any woman that's working with Sammy just has to be nuts at this point because they know how he acts and everything. And my understand he's abusive, verbally abusive. He fortunately hadn't hit the women, but he is verbally abusive. He's also a bully. That's part of the problem with him for the past few years. He's been wanting to do these things in Hollywood, and his approach doesn't work very well with the studios, and he's going to really have a trouble getting things out there unless he self produces it. And I think that people like Anna, they have a better face for the brand of Sammy Gravano. They can go in front of these studios and talk to them and um, gain a comfort level and a trust. But with Sammy trying to do it, just isn't working. So, thinking about it, as far as is he going to go back to prison? With this gun charge, not gun that he had, could he get charges for that? I don't know. I mean, part of it depends on his probation officer. Also, understand that on a probation violation, you don't have to have you don't have to have beyond a reasonable doubt on a probation violation. If he is still on paper, you just need preponderance of the evidence, just like if it was a civil case. So I don't know what he would be looking at if he went to prison, but it sounds like that the PO that he deals with really isn't interested in doing anything. But from a civil standpoint, again, that's a preponderance of evidence. I think that the party, that are maybe going to go after Sammy, there's enough evidence to, probably get same. But I think the biggest issue would be even if you won something with Sammy Gravano, are you going to be able to collect anything besides putting stuff in other people's names and putting using company names and all that, he's not really getting much revenue coming in at the moment. It's pretty limited. I mean, everything that is out there for Sammy's in the future, if he can get this scripted show out and other things. So I think a lot depends on that. So anyone going after Sammy for any sort of settlement or civil charges, I think are going to have to consider, does Sammy have anything to be able to give, or can you attach something for future earnings? So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And also wanted to share another thing with you. I am real happy to announce that there is a Real Mob Stories website, and I launched it earlier this week. More of a stealth launch. I didn't really push it too much, but I think it's going to. This is more of what I want to do. This is really my interest is in the in this space with let me try trying to make this bigger if I can. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to do a couple of different screens, but uh maybe I have to go over here. I don't know. Maybe this is about as large as we can go. But anyway, so go over to realmobstories.com and you'll see the website. And I'm putting news, I'm putting any special events, I'm putting a lot of research papers, also putting more articles like blog posts and everything. And so we're going to go through this real fast. So if you go to realmobstories.com, you'll see the homepage. I have a welcome right now. I've got this welcome. Probably in a week or so, I'll remove that, and it'll be just another article. So beneath that, I have the latest articles. So these are like the blog post, everything. These are I don't know 500 to 1,000 words. Also, any news events. So I just did saying on Mario Fiore. This guy's just turned 101. Really a legend there in Springfield. Did sign on the Youngstown mob family out there. They're not around anymore. Also, there's a big feast coming out tomorrow, and we're going to talk about that next. But did the news story there? So, this week Anthony Villani he got sentenced in a gambling racket, and so yeah, so a lot of these type of things, and then I've got the featured research. So this is pretty interesting because I when you go through there, you're going to see the different um, articles, and they'll be in PDF, so you can download them, you can read them, you can do whatever you want. I want to make this available, and it's free for everyone. I'm not charging anyone to go into there. So I'll show you an article just so you see what the page looks like. So that's Mario's article, and then there's the information about the article. You can go in and read it, but um, I try to put sources and all that type of stuff. I want to make sure that everything is credible. You can leave comments also about any of these articles, and the forum is saying that I'd really encourage everyone to join. You don't have to just to see the website. You don't need to register or do anything, but if you want to engage with other subscribers, you'll want to join the forum. And again, that's free. And that's a way for you guys to be able to tell me what type of content you want, if there's certain um, articles you're looking for, if there's certain YouTube videos that you'd like me to make or whatever, you can definitely do that through here. And then the document vault, that's where all the research papers lie. And so we'll pick up on this one that I just released today, which is the complete history of the Genovese family in Springfield. So you'll see here that it's a little different. So this is a 26-page article, and I wanted to do it as a PDF. I didn't want some long web, like just scrolling with a website. So the thing is, you can go in here, and if you want to save it, you can download it, and that's kind of the reason that I did that. You have a lot more things that you can do with that, and then you could print it as a PDF. That's another way to do that if you don't have Adobe or whatever. But you'll see here that I put numbers. Everything is got a source, and so if you want to go the source, you can actually click on the link, and it'll take you where I got the information. And so certain articles are going to be bigger than others, but I think this is a way to really get I want to get a lot of these stories out here on Cosa Nostra. And I think not everyone's interested in, some people are more interested in just the videos and all that. But then I think to really be a serious scholar of Cosa Nostra and organized crime, it's important to also do the written record. I'll be putting court documents up. I'll be putting a lot of stuff up here. And so every day you're going to, get something new. And let's go to the bottom. Yeah, you'll see all my references and sources. So endnotes, what they're called. So yeah, you can go through all this yourself. Also, the forum here. That's just where I went ahead and set up some categories. Announcements, that type of thing. We had a guy, David, that put out a question, and so I actually answered it. Oh, I'm not logged in myself. So anyway, he was interested in Youngstown, so I actually put up had an article that I was able to pull together on that. Gallery will be photos. Right now, this is a little limited. If anyone wants to send photos, I'll definitely put it up. I can put everything behind it that's there. And then links, that's another thing. So if there, I want this for the whole community. I'm not looking just to, for my name or whatever, but if there's good other sources of information about Cosa Nostra, I want to put it out there. So that's kind of what this is. And then the rest is just the about section, who we are, the vision. If you want to contact me, there's various ways, but I've got actually a phone number. You can reach me through phone or email. So that is our website. So please go to realmobstories.com. I think you'll enjoy it. Just give it a shot. It's free, and I think there's a lot of great information. So I'm excited about it. Like I said, this is what I wanted to really do. This is my passion. So please go over there. Really appreciate it. And then finally, I want to talk about the culture. the We've got this. What is this? No thanks. Sorry, this thing's kind of a pain. Okay. So, springfielditalians.org, I'm just kind of showing you the website. So, there's the Italian feast is going to be on Saturday and Sunday of this week. So, that would be July 12th and 13th. This is the first time in like 20 years that Springfield has had their Italian feast. And this is being done by the says Saint Padre Pio, Sons and Daughters of Italy. It's also this is a Our Lady of Mount Carmel Italian feast, and so all of the organized crime stuff's pretty much gone from that. The Genovese really aren't doing anything with the building. It got turned over to legitimate sources. They're making a lot of changes. The mayor has been very involved in the festival that's coming up. We've got um, a lot going on, and believe that the city actually invested $70,000 into this festival. But it's going to be a lot better now. They're trying to get the community back together, something that hasn't happened in 2 decades. And unfortunately, when everyone went to jail, I don't know, back 2012, 2013, something like that, it started bringing in people that weren't looking after. They didn't care for the history. They weren't keeping it up for the Italian American community. You were having it being basically used for everything from drug dealing to actually, the Puerto Ricans were using it more than the Italians at the end. They were using it for on weekends for different events. So now it's back to the way it should be with the Italians. They've got the bocce courts back up. They've also got the liquor license, so people can now go in and drink, and it's open to everyone. So it's no longer involved with any nefarious activity. So anyway, what they're saying is that the feast you see here is going to be on Saturday, July 12th from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. and then on Sunday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think one of the things that'll be really fun is that they're going to have the grease pole on Sunday at 4 p.m. So people will try to go up a grease pole, which I never understood the significance of that. It's something that is more of a Northeast type thing, but a lot of people like it. It's supposed to be a lot of fun, and I've seen it. I've seen it more in Philadelphia than anywhere. Remember after the Eagles won their thing, you had people going up having the grease poles. But anyway, you're going to have a lot of vendors, games, rides, a lot of good food, a lot of sausage and peppers, fried dough, all types of stuff. And then on Sunday they'll have a mass at 10:30 with a procession following. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully there'll be a lot of people there. It's in the south end of Springfield on Winthrop Street. Also, there's going to be a lot of live music and entertainment. Um, so I mean, it'll be good for the whole family. It's good. This is good for the community of Springfield because you're seeing so much of the Italian culture being affected by just technology and people moving out of the neighborhoods and everything. So it's nice to get something back. And so, actually, now the just talking about the building for the is now called Casa Italiana. So it's the same building as before, 13 Winthrop Street, but they changed the name to Casa Italiana. They thought it'd be better just to, change the name instead of for years it was Our Lady of Mount Carmel, whatever, social club, but they wanted to change the name. So they've got good leadership on it. The mayor's very involved, Dominic Sarno. So I think it'll be good to go to. I just was excited when I heard about it. And if I was up in New England this weekend, I would definitely be there. So I'll have information about this in the community tab, but please go to springfielditalians.org to get more information about the feast. Yeah, and that was all I wanted to talk about today. I didn't have a whole lot, but I just wanted to give you an update on what was going on with Sammy Gravano and his nonsense, but also wanted to introduce the website. I'm really excited about that. Please, please go over there. Please leave your email address. Sign up for the forum. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I want this to be a great collaboration with everyone in the community interested in Cosa Nostra history, the culture, all of that. So I'd love for you to visit. And and please, if you're in New England or go out to the festival there in Springfield. I think the feast is going to be a lot of fun, and it's been a long time. So hopefully, I'll get some video and photos that I could be able to share next week. So anyway, leave your comments. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please subscribe to Real Mob Stories with James Proctor. Hit that like button. Also, go over to realmobstories.com and be part of the website. It's free. There's no reason why you can't go over there. It's free. So I appreciate everyone. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you always.